Hello, welcome to Therapist Marketing Tips, where I offer practical guidance and tutorials to help you build, grow, and market your private therapy practice. My name is Chris, and I'd like to welcome you to the final video in my series showing you how to sell your mental health and well-being courses via the e-commerce platform Shopify. So far in this series, we've looked at how to create your online courses, how to create an online storefront to sell those courses, and how to configure all of your settings, including setting up payment information so that you can get paid for those courses. In this final video, we are finally going to launch your online course website by first connecting a domain name and then removing the password protection on our site, and finally giving the whole thing a test run to ensure that everything works as it should. So the first thing that we're going to do today is to connect a domain name to our online course website to make it easier for our customers and clients to find our website, buy our courses, and engage with those courses. So to begin this process, we're going to click Settings. Then we're going to scroll down here and click Domains. Now you'll see that our current default domain name is this long string of characters here, .myshopify.com, which is not only not very easy to remember, but also doesn't tell anybody what kind of website this is, doesn't reflect our business, our therapy practice, or our branding. So we're going to change it to something else, like say mywellnesscourses.com or mytherapypractice.com, which is kind of similar to the domain name that I'm going to be using in this tutorial. And you'll see that Shopify gives us two options here. We can either buy a new domain name directly from Shopify, or we can connect a domain name that we've already purchased from a third party. And there are pros and cons to each approach. So buying a new domain name from Shopify, it's the easiest option. If you just want to do this quickly and simply, and you don't already have a domain name in mind, buying a new domain name directly from Shopify is the easiest way to go for now. The problem may come somewhere down the line if you later decide to move away from Shopify and connect your domain name to a website hosted elsewhere. It's just, I always find it much easier to move domain names to different platforms if they're with a third party rather than tied to one specific platform like Shopify. But whichever option you choose, we're going to take a look at both options today, starting with buy new domain name. So to begin this process, all we have to do is click buy new domain. And then we can use this search bar here to search for a different domain name. So you'll see that mywellnesscourses.com is available from Shopify for $15 per year. And there are some alternative options here that we might want to buy as well. And when we've selected our domain name, all we need to do is click buy domain, go through the checkout process, and then Shopify will automatically connect your new domain name to your online store. That's the easiest option. Connecting an existing domain name is a little trickier, but as I said a few moments ago, I prefer the flexibility of being able to quickly change my domain name to different platforms as I'm building new websites. So I'll show you how this option works. So we're going to connect to an existing domain name. And I'm going to use the name of my new therapy practice and click next. And you'll notice that Shopify does a very clever job of it recognizes where your existing domain name is connected to. So say you bought a domain name with GoDaddy, this here would say connect your GoDaddy domain name. Say you bought your domain name with domains.com, it would have that there. And all I'm going to do to connect my hickorytherapy.com domain name is click connect automatically. And then I just need to log into Ionos here. So this process will look slightly different depending on where you purchased your domain name from. So again, if it's GoDaddy, if it's domains.com, if it's somewhere else, you will see that company here, and you'll simply need to log into the account that you have with your domain provider. So if I click next here, once I've got my password into place, let's save that. And it says here, connect your domain name to your Shopify site. So we're going to click connect. In order to apply the settings, we have to disable services currently connected to your domain or remove conflicting DNS records. And if you get any kind of message like that, it is nothing to worry about. It simply means that the domain is linked to some other website or some other platform. So as long as you're happy that this hickorytherapy.com or johnstherapyservice.com no longer points to your old website and now points to your online course store, as long as you're happy with that, you can click connect. So here you'll see we've done this successfully. The domain has now connected to Shopify's site. And as is the case whenever you change a domain name, it normally takes a little while to propagate. Domain providers and hosting companies normally like to say that propagation can take up to 48 hours. I have never found that it takes that long, but what you're going to need to do, step away from the computer, go get a cup of coffee, do something else, leave this a while, come back and check later. And when you do, you should find that going to your domain name now links to your online course website. So I gave that domain name some time to propagate, and you'll now see that the domain I put in is set as the primary domain name, and that old code.myshopify.com domain now redirects to the domain name that I put into place. So again, we can just check this worked by opening a new tab, and we type in the domain name, and you'll see that the site is now technically live, but still password protected, because we want to test that everything works before we actually go live and start promoting this store. So before we do that, there's one last little detail that we need to take care of. So we're going to go back to our main page, and we are going to get rid of the settings. And here under sales channels, online store, we're going to click preferences. Now you'll see that one detail that we haven't taken care of yet is the title and meta description. So I've just quickly prepared one whilst I was waiting for the domain name to propagate. So we'll paste that into place. And you'll see again, I mentioned in another video, meta description should be under 160 characters, and I've used 156 there. So we're going to click save, and then we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to get to the password protection box, and we're going to copy and use the password. Now the actual password isn't password, I changed that earlier just for the sake of this demonstration. And we're going to take this password, go back to our live website, and we're going to log in using that password. Now you'll see that we've got our website looking exactly as planned. And it looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. One detail you may have just noticed there is that I changed the price of one of my courses to just $2. And this is the one that we're going to use as our test. Obviously, once you launch your website live, you're going to want to go through it as if you were one of your clients, one of your customers, and check that everything works as it should. So we're going to run a little test, and we're going to purchase this course here. We'll click add to cart, or we can open up the product page, and we could have added it to the cart there. Everything looks pretty good. I'm happy so far. We'll go to our cart, and we'll go to the checkout page. And then we're going to want to enter our payment details here and check out and actually purchase one of our own courses. And this is the reason that I've lowered the price to just $2, just to minimize the financial impact of actually testing this thing out. So if you'll give me a second, I'm just going to turn off the camera, enter my card details, and pay for this course. So once you've purchased your course, go to the email account that you used during your purchase, and you'll see that you now should have 2 emails from your online store, one confirming that the order has been placed and one welcoming you to the new course. And you can check these and see how they look so that you'll see what your customers see when they purchase a course. So if we open up the order confirmation, you'll see that it says thank you for your purchase with the price and everything included. And here is the welcome to our course email that you get for your enrollment. And what we're going to do next is we're going to access the course itself. But to begin, we're going to need to create an account. So we click here to create an account. And you can see what the create account process looks like. Go back to the email account. Use a 6-digit code. And here you can see what the orders page looks like. And from the orders page, I'm going to click the Hickory Therapy or your logo up here in the top corner. This takes us back to the home page. And you'll notice that now we are logged in. We've got the My Account link here. If we click the My Account link, it takes us to our main courses library, where all of the courses that your clients have purchased will be here. Since we've only purchased one course, if we scroll down, you'll see, here is the title and the description that we added earlier, and a enrollment date along with the view button that we can click to start and access the course. So we click the view button and you'll see now we've got the course description, we've got the course outline, all of this stuff that we added in another video. Here we've got lesson 1, introduction, what is mindfulness, all of the different lessons and all of the different modules for each lesson. And we go back to lesson 1. There's the video that we included. There is the PDF handout that we included. And here is the knowledge test that we included to check that our clients have paid attention and understood, with the at least 75% pass rate to complete this lesson. And then you would click next and go through the course. And you can see that it is all now up and running. Now, there's one last thing that we have to do. Obviously, we are in the password protected version of our website. So if we got rid of this and we go back to the main Shopify preferences page, we go back to the main online store page, and we are ready to launch our online mental health and well-being courses website. The last thing that we need to do is simply remove the password, and voila, online store is open to everyone. It's no longer restricted. We can view our store, and there you go. I also do recommend that you go back and the test product that you set, change that back to the original price. And if you need a refresher on how to do that, we just go to products, select the course, go down, change the pricing, click save, refresh the page, and there you are. So congratulations. You have now successfully learned how to sell your online courses via Shopify, from setting up your account to launching your website. I genuinely hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If so, please do subscribe to this channel for more tips, tutorials, and practical advice on how to build, manage, and market your private therapy practice. And for more tips, please do see therapistmarketingtips.com. Thank you very much, and I will see you in a new video very, very soon.